A smooth ride. Sir Handel is one of the oldest engines on the island of Sodor. He's a dark blue color and has a big number 3 painted on his side. Sir Handel is also known as one of the smoothest engines on the narrow gauge controller's railway. Sir Handel had been working in the stone quarry all summer. The narrow gauge controller, Mr. Percival, was happy to see him back. "I've got a special for you," Mr. Percival told Sir Handel. "I want you to collect some trucks of apples. You must pull them very carefully or the apples will bruise." "Yes, sir," whooshed Sir Handel, and off he chuffed. At the orchard, Sir Handel was coupled to the trucks. He pulled them away very carefully. He pulled them around the lake, across the stone bridge, and he started to puff up a hill. Then there was trouble. His pistons popped. His traction rods rattled, and his boiler bubbled and bounced. Sir Handel couldn't go on. Peter Sam puffed up behind him. He was worried. "Why have you stopped, Sir Handel?" he whistled. "I have a problem," wheezed Sir Handel sadly. "It happens when I go up hills. I start to rattle and rock, and then I have to stop." Peter Sam felt sorry for his friend. "Could you help me up the hill?" puffed Sir Handel. "Of course I can," peeped Peter Sam. And he pushed Sir Handel and the freight cars of apples all the way up the hill. When Sir Handel arrived at the station, the narrow gauge controller was very pleased. "There's not one bruise on those apples," said the narrow gauge controller. "What a smooth engine you are." Sir Handel was happy that the narrow gauge controller was pleased, so he didn't tell the narrow gauge controller about his problem. "Now I have another special for you," said the narrow gauge controller. "I want you to pick up sheep from the farm." "Yes, sir," puffed Sir Handel, but he was worried. When Sir Handel arrived at the farmer was waiting. "Be careful," said the farmer. "Sheep need a smooth ride." "Yes, sir," chuffed Sir Handel, and he puffed away. But soon Sir Handel came to another hill. His pistons popped, his traction rods rattled, and his boiler bubbled and bounced. Sir Handel couldn't go on. This time Duncan puffed up behind him. Sir Handel told him all about his problem. Duncan was happy to help. With Duncan's help, Sir Handel delivered the sheep safely to their new field. When Sir Handel arrived at the transfer yards, the narrow gauge controller and Mrs. Percival were waiting. The narrow gauge controller was very pleased with Sir Handel's work. Now he had a surprise special for him. "Today is my wife's birthday," said the narrow gauge controller. "You are to take us to the top of U.D.F for a picnic." "Yes, sir," puffed Sir Handel. But he knew that the track to U.D.F was very steep. Sir Handel was more worried than ever. Sir Handel puffed towards U.D.F. The track was even steeper than he remembered. "I can do it! I can do it! To the top! To the top!" he chuffed. Then there was trouble. His pistons popped and his traction rods rattled. Inside the passenger car, the picnic hamper burst open, and the narrow gauge controller and Mrs. Percival were juddered and shuddered. Sir Handel shuddered to a stop. The narrow gauge controller was worried for his engine. "You're a fine engine, Sir Handel, but you're no longer a smooth engine," he said. "I'll have to send you back to the stone quarry. That's the place for bumpy engines." "Please, sir, I can be a smooth engine. I only shudder and shake when I go up hills," Sir Handel wished. The narrow gauge controller listened. "I see," he said. "Please don't send me back to the stone quarry." The narrow gauge controller made a telephone call. He looked very serious. Later, Sir Handel was helped back to the transfer yards by Mighty Mac. Sir Handel was very worried. He was sure that the narrow gauge controller was going to send him back to the quarry. Sir Handel arrived at the transfer yards. He saw Thomas. "Hello, Sir Handel," tooted Thomas. "Sir Handel, I have asked a special engineer to come and fix you," smiled the narrow gauge controller. "You're a special engine, and you need special attention." Sir Handel smiled from buffer to buffer. He had never felt happier. Sir Handel was soon fixed, and now he could chuff cheerfully up Cul-de Fell. The children in his passenger cars whooped and cheered. Sir Handel gave the smoothest ride of all.